Good evening again from Nicaragua. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the day's activities. One of the things that's going to be happening this week while I'm here in Nicaragua is that there's going to be a future preacher training camp while we're here. These have been organized and started and dreamt of by Kirk Brothers. I'll get to a little bit more about the details of that later, but just wanted to let you know to set the stage for that as the day's events unfold. The day started pretty slow. There wasn't a whole lot going on. I made a few phone calls, did a little FaceTime with my family back home, which is always good. Spent a little time learning a couple of new things about doing a video blog. So it really was a good day to just kind of catch my breath after trying to get things started yesterday, and we've got things going, lots in motion. The reason the morning was so slow is because we really didn't have any idea when Kirk Brothers and his crew of 5 guys that were going to be coming in. They've just completed a future preacher training camp in Costa Rica. So they were on a bus this morning trying to get here to Managua, and we just didn't have any idea what time they'd get here. About 11 o'clock this morning, I got a call from Guillermo, and he said Kirk's going to be here about 12:30. So I hopped in my truck and got back to Managua, which is about a 45-minute drive from this hotel. Once we got there, picked up Kirk and Chuck Morris, Minor Perez, a young man by the name of Jesse Pitts, and then a young man from Costa Rica named Michael. Got all those guys, got all their gear loaded up in the truck, and we had to pack them in tight. There's really only seats for 5 people, but we threw a couple of those younger guys in the back and made it back to where we were going to eat lunch. Then after we ate lunch, all of us went on back to the hotel, and then once we got to the hotel, we started unraveling some of the plans for the camp. The original plan for the camp was to have all these young men sleep in tents. We're actually at this hotel is on a farm, a functioning farm where they grow avocados and all sorts of citrus fruit. The logistics of it just didn't feel good. There were showers available. There were things that were going to happen, but sleeping in tents on the ground where you don't have a lot of security for your things, just felt like we could do better. So we sat down and talked with the owner of this hotel. His name is Adolfo Chamorro, and he's been a friend of mine for a lot of years. This has been one of my favorite hotels to come to over the years, and he and I have developed a pretty good relationship. He decided that he was going to give us a great deal on the hotel rooms, feed us 3 times a day, and really it was a deal that we couldn't say no to. The only catch is that we've already bought all these tents. We've already bought all of the sleeping bags for all 36 people who are going to be part of this camp. Well, that wasn't an easy obstacle to get over, because it's not like here where you go down to the local Walmart with your receipt and return the whatever item it is that you don't want. I mean, we've got 36 sleeping bags we got to turn back in and 6 tents. We bought them from PriceMart, which, by the way, is owned by Walmart, and it's a lot like a Sam's back home or a Price Club, and so there's lots that are similar there. So I said, hey, we got to go try. Guillermo, our contact guy, looked at me like I had 2 heads when I suggested we take this back. You mean take it back? Get your money back? Nobody does that. And so I said, well, we have to try. So we loaded up all the tents and all the sleeping bags into the truck, and then we took it to PriceMart, and I said, Guillermo, just do the best job you can. So he went up to the guy just like you would at a Sam's. You got to check your membership card, and he went up to him and told him what we wanted to do, and he pointed him to another guy, and then that guy took us to another lady, and then after going through several levels of red tape, no problem. They started counting out the money to us and returned it like it was no problem. So it really was a good learning experience for Guillermo that kind of business does take place, and it was a blessing to us. God's really blessed us with this, and it's really going to help the stamina and morale of the guys that have been here for a week already. After we returned all the stuff, really Kirk and I were the only ones that went back to Managua. So we stopped in and got a bite to eat at a local mall. And while we were there, we decided to get a special treat to help share the good news with the guys. So we stopped at Cinnabon, and Kirk got Cinnabon for all the guys to enjoy tonight while we're back here in the hotel. So it's been a great day. Kirk and I have had a great time driving all over the countryside of Nicaragua today and catching up on just catching up as friends. So it's been a really great day. A couple of prayer requests that I have for today. First of all, again, thank you so much for praying for my family. I got several messages, and anytime I put it up, I know everybody sends me a message saying we're praying for your family, and I really appreciate that. It's really nice to know that while I'm away, that your prayers are going up for my family. It seems like anytime I'm gone, that's when the car breaks down, or when the air conditioner at the house goes out, or even last time I was on a trip, we closed on a house while I was in Peru. So lots of things, life still goes on back home, and I worry and am concerned about my family back home while I'm away from them. So thank you so much for your prayers. Please continue to pray for my family while I'm gone. The second prayer request that I have is for the Future Preacher Training Camp that we're going to be having here this week. This is going to be the first one that I've been involved with, but Kirk has done dozens of these, and Chuck has been accompanying him for several years now, and so they're a well-oiled machine. I'm just privileged to kind of tag along and be a part of it. So I'm excited to share that work with you as well. So keep the Future Preacher Training Camp in your prayer. These young boys are going to have a great opportunity to learn a lot about God's Word and about how to impart it to people in a meaningful way. The third prayer request I have is for my dad. He's still back in Valdosta. He's just had his knee replacement surgery this last Wednesday, and has been doing great with it. And so, or actually it was this last Tuesday. He's been doing great with his knee replacement surgery, and so has done such a good job in his recovery so far. But it is a painful process. It's going to take him several months to get back to normal. So pray for him. Also pray for my mom, who's going to be given the care for him. And those of you that know my parents know exactly why that is a prayer that needs to be requested. So tonight, it's been such a privilege to be here. I'm excited to be here in Nicaragua. There's so many good things going on. It's an exciting time to be a part of the work here in Nicaragua. As always, thank you for reading my blogs or now watching the blogs. If you've got any questions or if you have any suggestions about how to make the video blog better, let me know, because I'm kind of new to this. So I love your feedback. Thank you so much for all your prayers. And as always, to God be the glory.